Florida, you heard of Holy Land. Yeah, the Christian amusement park. But did you know that they pretty much got laughed out of business? Yeah, straight chuckled into bankruptcy. But look, I know y'all probably like, man, don't say that. But I did some digging. Let's get into it. Now, if you don't know what Holy Land is or was, all right, it was a whole religious experiment, okay? Amusement park. Bunch of stuff going on here right off of I-4 in Orlando. Now, this place for years was jumping, all right? It was a hit back in the day. People would come from all over the world, all right, just to go to Holy Land. So this place is set up like an amusement park, all right? They got, different areas, different scenes of the Bible, stuff like that. And all of this stuff is interactive, And they got like people in here that are like dressed up playing the characters, And that's what things get, a little weird here. Now, first off, I'm going to say something real quick, all right? A little quick intermission. I ain't never been to this place, okay? I've heard the stories about this place, all of them, feel me? And before the, social media thing was a thing, people would murmur about this place like it's a little weird, but it didn't really spread, But when social media came around, people could, express how they really felt about this place. Now, like I said, I've heard the rumors about this place, but I never really, knew what really went on in here. So I go to the Google reviews, and this is what they're saying. So thing one, the guy that they got playing Jesus, feel me? They got three of them, first of all, but it's one main guy, and they say this guy's just way too, over the top, and he makes people feel weird. Now look, I know, you gotta be in character, especially when you're playing Jesus, but like the Google reviews were saying like, he was like, doing way too much. Like he really thought he was Jesus. Man, look, I'm gonna be real, okay? I get this, okay? And if I'm in the crowd, I'm watching, but I'm not finna do this. I gotta come here and see bruh here. Then I go downtown Orlando later, Orange Ave, pop into a bar, and I'm sitting next to Jesus. Also, this is also some of the other characters that were in there, wasn't far off from, Jesus. They say they made people uncomfortable too. They would stand next to people real close, like unnecessarily. Women would be uncomfortable. They say it got so bad that, people would leave. What was going on in here? And another thing that was huge, in these Google reviews, they said that like, this was very like graphic. They do like these little plays. They say the plays that they would do here were really, really like graphic, almost like too real. People were terrified. I'm not lying. Look at this little boy. There's so many pictures online of little kids turning around, boo-hoo crying, terrified, don't want to look at this. And then you got these parents in here with all these kids. Man, these kids don't want to see this. Not this way. It's cool. You want to learn about the Bible, but this ain't it. You know what I mean? But there's a scene here, and I'm pretty sure it's the ending. But, the scene where, Jesus be on the cross. They say that's the worst part. They say it's so graphic that people literally would get up, walk out, complain at the front. They don't even care. I couldn't even show the picture because they would flag me. I was going to put the picture up here, but then I thought about it. I was like, man, people won't even see it if I put this picture in there. Now, they peep, all of these, bad reviews and comments and stuff and, people saying things. So they try to change things up a little bit, They try to put on a new show and do new things. Now, they tried to, do like this whole new experience type deal, and they promoted it hard too. I used to, see the commercials on TV, but, people stopped coming here to actually, learn about the Bible and see the scenes. They stopped coming here for that, and they started coming here basically just to laugh at the place. Now, look, real quick, okay? I just want to say something real quick. This is me. I'm saying this. I kind of feel like the last couple years, this place was surviving off people coming here that wanted to just see if what everybody was saying is real and to just pick on the place. Because if you look at some of the pictures online, people doing stuff in front of the sign, there's no normal pictures really about this place unless it's put out buy this place. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, they were dealing with other stuff as well. It wasn't just the, bad reviews and comments. They didn't pay taxes. All right? They fell under like some church clause and they didn't have to, pay taxes. But people were like, man, y'all are an amusement park. Okay? Y'all making a bunch of money in here and y'all don't have to pay taxes. And I heard, because like I said, I've never been to this place. I'm just solely going off of reviews and comments. They raised the prices here, like when they weren't doing good. And a lot of people didn't like that. And it kept a lot of people from actually coming here. And they actually had an issue with people actually just hanging out by the sign, taking pictures and things like that. And they made a big deal about that. And a lot of people didn't like that. So business started really declining. Now, another reason why they, were going downhill is in 2016, the owner passes away. And, they tried to, do their thing for a little bit. But that same year that, the owner passes away, they had like these financial issues and they just really couldn't bounce back from it. So they were just struggling for a few years just to keep the lights on. Now, things couldn't get any worse for them. 2020 hits, all right? And they had to close the doors because of COVID. And which is sad because they was barely emoting. You know what I mean? COVID hit, really destroyed them. So one more thing before I get out of here, all right? I've been talking about this way too long, all right? So I know y'all probably wondering how much money did Holy Land make? Now, I don't have all the info, but I got a little bit, all right? I did a little bit of digging. So I'm going to start this off at 2013. I don't know why this was the first date they started giving. Maybe it was the first time they filed their taxes. I don't know. But they made about $13 million. $9.4 million was just from ticket sales. Now, the rest of the money comes from contributions and gifts and things like that. And they rolled like that for about 3 or 4 years. But when things started, getting a little rocky about, 2016, when they had the financial issues, they were making way less. Way less. Matter of fact, back in 2017, I believe, they tried to sell the place. They got it like appraised. All right. And it was worth about $70 million. And the person that was supposed to buy it didn't buy it. They kind of like skipped out on the whole thing. And they just kept rolling. They just stayed open. Because I remember that. I remember when they said that they was about to close around that time. And they didn't. Because I thought they was closed, like way before they was actually closed. Now, they don't know how much money they were making actually when they closed. It said somewhere around 2-3 million that last year. But that's a significant drop. That probably wasn't even paying staff. All them people that were dressed up like Jesus and them. You know what I mean? Now, 2023, okay? They ended up finally knocking this thing down. They were debating if they wanted to keep it up for like historic reasons, and somebody wanted to buy the building. They wanted to keep this, tear everything else down. Man, Advent Health came in there and built a hospital over top of this. But yeah, shout out to Holy Land. Now look, I don't know what y'all gonna do to remember this. Like it, comment. Definitely comment, share it. I don't know, but the more you know. If you've been here, okay, please put your experience in the comments, please. Peace.